Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Alan Ladd stars in his self-produced program Box 13. Going back to June 26, 1948, the episode entitled Speed to Burn.
Box 13, with the star of Paramount Pictures, Alan Ladd, as Dan Holliday.
Box 13, care of the Star Times. I've read your advertisement asking for adventure. I think this will be it. I'm asking you to solve an impossible situation, but one that must be solved. Next Wednesday, drive out on Route 36 at exactly noon. You'll come to a 5-mile speedometer check. Maintain a speed of 72 miles an hour over the distance. You will be passed by a 1938 car going 100 miles per hour. The car will sound its horn. When you hear it, pull over to the side and stop.
When you hear it, pull over to the side and stop. The letter had no signature, but it sounded intriguing. And it became even more so as time went on. That is, what little time there was.
And now, back to Box 13 and Dan Holliday's newest adventure, Speed to Burn.
100 miles an hour? Mr. Holliday, that's dangerous.
Yes, it is, Susie. That's what makes this letter so interesting. I'd like to see a 1938 model do 100.
Why? Isn't it possible?
Possible, yes, but not probable.
Why not?
Susie, in the course of time, things wear out. Even a car has to give up sometime.
Oh, the letter isn't signed.
And that's another thing that tells me to take this on. An unsigned letter, a 1938 car doing 100 per, and an impossible situation that has to be solved. Now, I ask you, Susie, wouldn't that make anyone pick up his ears? At exactly noon that Wednesday, I turned into Highway 36, a long, level stretch of concrete that rimmed out in front of my car, just asking to be burned up. I looked at my speedometer. The needle hung at 60. Up ahead, I saw the first sign on the road shoulder. The sign read, "Start speedometer check here." I stepped on the accelerator and watched the needle pass 60 and move to 65. 68, then 70. Just as the nose of my car pushed over the start of the check run. In my rearview mirror, the road in the back was clear. No cars, no traffic at all. I hit 72 miles per hour and stayed there. The road slipped by underneath, and the scenery on the side was a flashing blur of color. Then I looked in my rearview mirror again, and suddenly there it was. A car that ate up the distance between us as though we were attached by some invisible elastic that pulled us together. And then, before I knew it was past me. I pulled up and stopped. Ahead, the car that passed me slowed down, and it also stopped. Then turned around and came back toward me.
Hello?
Hello there.
Hello? You're Box 13?
That's right. And you're the only jet plane pilot I know with no license.
Thank you for coming.
Not at all. I enjoyed every second of it. Hey, what do you feed that car of yours?
May I get in your car?
Oh, please do.
Thank you. I've taken a big chance in doing this, Mr.
Dan Holliday.
My name is Nancy. Nancy Peters.
That is a 1938 model you're driving. And from the looks of it, it's only a 6-cylinder job.
Yes, but I haven't much time. I'll have to talk fast.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
I want you to help my brother.
Is he the impossible situation you mentioned in your letter?
Yes. He has a prison record. And now he's mixed up in something he can't get away from. Will you help?
Oh, now, just a minute, Miss Peters. Your car may do 100 without batting a carburetor, but I work a little slower. Before I do any helping, I'd like to know the 3 W's. Who, what, and where.
Oh, I told you. It's my brother.
That answers the who part. Now, how about what and where?
Stolen cars. That's the what.
One like yours?
That has something to do with it.
Go ahead.
Tom's mixed up in a stolen car syndicate.
Syndicate? It's a business now, huh?
Bigger than anyone realizes.
Well, why doesn't he get her?
He can't. He's watched night and day. Sometimes I am, too. He didn't know what he was getting into till it was too late.
All right, I'll buy that for now. But it'll take more explanation.
Look, let's go somewhere else and talk. I just wanted to know if you'd be interested.
Well, that car of yours intrigues me. Where do you want to go?
Follow me.
If you promise not to do any stunt flying, I'll be right in back of you. More coffee, Miss Peters?
No, thanks. Are you interested, Mr. Holliday?
Yes.
All right. The syndicate looks like a legitimate business, but it's not. It's tied up with stolen car rackets in every city in the country.
In which case, it's an item for the police or better for the FBI. I suggest you go to them.
I can't do that. My brother would be sent back to prison.
Well, then let him quit.
One man tried it. He was killed.
How do you know?
Tom told me. Mr. Holliday, I don't know who's at the head of the syndicate. I don't know anything about it, but you can find out and help Tom.
And how do I do this?
Will you do it?
Well, I don't know, Miss Peters. Tell me, how did your brother get into this racket?
He's a mechanic. He started to work at the Acme filling station, and it wasn't long before he was offered a job as a mechanic in a big garage in town. Before he knew it, he was in the racket and afraid to go to the police.
Did he try?
Once. Then he saw he was followed. He didn't try again. Not after the other man was killed.
What can I do?
Get a job at the Acme filling station. It was from there that Tom went to the syndicate.
Now, look, Miss Peters, your brother's a mechanic. I'm not. I know just about enough to repair minor injuries. That's all.
That's enough. They need men. The syndicate's getting bigger.
And you want me to increase the organization by one, namely Dan Holliday.
I'll pay you $1,000 if you do.
Oh, no, I don't want any money. This Acme filling station, where is it?
12902 Braddock Road.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll see what I can do, but no promises. Meanwhile, how do I get in touch with you?
Oh, here's my name, address, and telephone number.
Okay, Miss Peters. But like I said, no promises. I'd just like to nose around first and see what trouble I can get into. I left Nancy Peters and drove back to the city, got into some old clothes, and took a bus out to Braddock Road. The Acme filling station did business on a three-way corner. From what I could see, it was a good business. I watched for a while until I spotted a man I thought was the boss. I waited until business cooled off a little and walked over to him.
Hello. Do something for you?
I don't know. Depends on how badly you need help here.
Help? You looking for a job?
Yeah, guess I am.
I saw you standing on the opposite corner looking over here. Thought maybe you was planning a holdup.
No, thanks. That's getting money the hard way. But I saw you hopping around here and figured you could use some help.
No, know anything about cars?
Oh, a little.
Enough to do minor repairs?
Sure.
Let me see your hands. Hold them out.
Huh?
Just hold them out. You ain't done much hard work in your life, have you?
Oh, not recently, no.
Well, don't think I can use you, Bub.
But I need a job.
Try someplace else.
Okay. I was just asking.
What's the matter?
Got a phone here. I want to make a call.
Inside, why?
I just want to make a call, that's all.
Okay, inside, I told you.
It was a hunch, and I played it. The car that drove up was a police car, and I pretended to be afraid of it. I waited inside until the car drove out. Then the boss came in.
Make your call okay?
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. Had to make that call all of a sudden, didn't you?
I just thought of it.
Oh, sure.
Well, I'll see you later.
Wait a minute. Sit down.
What for?
Maybe we can talk. Wait a second.
What's the idea of closing the door?
We can talk better. Why'd you do a fade when you saw that police car?
I didn't see any police car.
Quit kidding, Bub. You saw it coming and pulled that phony call routine. You hot?
Look, all I did was ask you for a job. Thanks for your time and so long.
Now, take it easy. Take it easy. Sit down again. What's your name?
Make it Holiday, Dan Holiday.
That sounds phony enough. You want a job?
A minute ago, you were tight about that. Now you loosen up. Why?
I like to help people.
Uh-huh. Got a kind face.
You want a job or not?
Doing what?
Handling the pumps, working on the grease rack, lubrication, wash rack, maybe doing some repair work now and then. How about it?
Sounds like a full-time job.
That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, it's exactly what I want.
Well, pick up some coveralls in the lockers out back. You start as of now.
So I went to work. And I learned about cars. I rented a room near the station at night, read books on automotive repairs. And I waited for the next move, which came one morning just after I'd reported for work.
Holiday. Hey, Dan.
Yeah?
Come inside a minute, will you?
Right away. Pull the door shut. What's the trouble?
No trouble at all. You know, you're getting to be a pretty good mechanic.
Well, I learned fast.
There's not quite enough work around here for a good mechanic. I thought maybe you'd like to make more dough.
Do I get a raise?
Not from me. But I can send you to somebody who needs mechanics. Needs them bad.
Thanks. Who's the guy and where is he?
You go to 714 South Elm, to the Southern Auto Works. And here, give him this card.
So, you're the guy Marty sends along, huh?
That's right. He gave me this card to give you.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Mike. Follow me.
Sure. Kind of busy in here, aren't you?
We keep going. Hey, this way.
I can see why Marty says you need mechanics.
Yeah, you can always use a good one. People crack up their cars or do a million things. Here, go in this door. Good luck, fella.
Have a chair, Halliday.
Well, thank you.
So you're a mechanic.
Well, that's what Marty says.
And you live at 678 Bender Avenue, and you do a lot of reading at night. I know a lot about you, Dan, more than you think I do.
Like what?
Like the fact that you're a little shy of cops.
I'm not afraid of them.
I didn't say that. I said shy. Say like a guy who's just put in a little time would be. Now, don't be afraid, Dan. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Look, I took the job at Marty's place because I needed it. But I don't have to be needled by you or anybody else. Maybe I did a stretch. And again, maybe I didn't. It's got nothing to do with the job. So long, Mr. Swanson.
Stay right where you are.
What's the idea?
No idea, Dan. I'm just in need of good mechanics. Marty tells me you're pretty good. Not top-notch, but good enough. Okay, you want a job here?
Doing what?
Automotive repairs. What else?
That's what I asked. What else?
My, you're suspicious. Look, you can take the job or not as you like. Pay you $75 a week on a percentage basis for anything over that in time and work.
I'd look like a chump if I turned that down.
That's right. So I guess you're in, huh?
Like you say, Mr. Swanson. I'm in.
June 26, 1948, Box 13 on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
You ever make a change and then think, why didn't I do this years ago? Well, that's how people feel about switching to Medishare for their health care, especially now with inflation the way it is. People are very happy with the savings. Most families save about $500 a month when they switch. It's a huge help when prices are going up so fast in so many other areas. And Medishare's customer satisfaction rate is double that of health insurance. It's just a different experience, and people really like that. Medishare is an alternative to health insurance. It's a community of Christians who share each other's healthcare bills, and it's been going strong for over 25 years. It really is the gold standard, the most trusted name in healthcare sharing. Find out why people love it, find out why they rave about the customer service, and find out how good it feels to save some money right now. They're super easy to talk to. Here's the number, 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE, 833-34-BIBLE.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, more of Box 13 starring Alan Ladd, June 26, 1948.
And now back to Speed to Burn, another Box 13 adventure with Alan Ladd as Dan Holliday.
Like I said, I was in. But in what? It looked like a legitimate business. The big garage did a roaring trade, and it seemed on the level. Mike, the man who took me to Swanson's office, stuck close to me, so I had no chance to snoop around. Then one day I was called into Swanson's office.
Well, Dan, everything all right?
As far as I know, everything's fine. Why?
Got any objections to working at night?
No, not at all. As long as the pay is time and a half.
It's better than that. It's double.
Special job?
Yeah, you might call it that. How good are you at keeping your mouth closed?
Well, I'm not the talkative type.
I suppose you know you've had a tail on you ever since you've worked here.
No, I didn't know. What's the idea there?
Well, you're an ex-con.
I thought that was gone by the boards, forgotten.
It is. But it's a funny thing. I've had a check made on you, and I can't find a record of any Dan Holliday serving time anyplace. Got anything to say?
Nothing, except maybe you looked under the wrong name.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Anyway, you've been watched, and so far you're clean.
Look, Mr. Swanson, you got me in here to talk about overtime work. Then you switch to my record. What's your pitch?
Come around tonight at 10 o'clock, the back way.
Just suppose I say no.
Mike's a big guy. Maybe he could persuade you.
Oh, I see. In other words, now that I'm in, I'm really in.
In what, Dan?
Maybe you can answer that better than I can.
Maybe I can. Be here tonight at 10, the back entrance. Mike will see that you get here. Until then, so long, Dan.
Well, it was a tight spot. I couldn't tell whether Swanson knew anything or not. I hadn't made a move to contact Nancy Peters or her brother Tom. But that night, I was to be at the garage at 10 o'clock. At 9:30, Mike came to get me, and 20 minutes later took me down in an elevator, down into the cellar below the big garage. And what I saw made me blink my eyes. Brother, this was a racket on a big scale.
Put your eyes back in your head, Dan. You ain't seen a half of it yet.
Hey, what is this?
The part of the garage nobody sees but them as has business here. Take a good look.
Must be 50 cars in here.
Uh-huh. And all hot.
Stolen?
They ain't presents. If you give them an hour in here, their owners wouldn't know them from a bicycle. Come on, we'll see Swanson.
Come in. Okay, Dan, come on in. Mike, see that things are running all right.
Sure. See you later, Dan.
Well, how do you like it, Dan?
I don't know what I'm supposed to like, but it's big.
And you're in it.
What if I don't want to be?
Oh, and you're a chump. Big pay, no Social Security or withholding tax, and no questions.
Look, I don't want to serve any more time.
You won't. We take care of our boys. Now, look, I need another mechanic badly. There are enough hot cars floating in here in the next 2 weeks to make yourself a pile of dough.
Yeah, but Mr. Swanson...
Holiday. You haven't got a choice. Either take the job or you'll never work again. Any place, any time.
I guess you're calling the turns, Mr. Swanson.
Take it easy. You'll be safe.
Until there's a leak.
There's no leaks here. We're big enough to have our own police force to watch the men who work for us, understand?
Yeah, I think I do. Okay, Mr. Swanson, you've got yourself another boy. And from then on, I was watched closer than all the gold in Fort Knox. It was over a week later that I finally made contact with Tom Peters. Mike took me to him because Tom was to break me in on a new job.
Mike wants you to work on the jalopies, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I'm Tom Peters. I know you're Dan Holliday.
Yeah. What do I do?
Well, we got 10 hot cars rolling in tonight. They got to be pulled apart for shipping out tomorrow.
That's a little fast, isn't it?
That's nothing. One night we put out 18. Come here. See this paint?
Yeah. Special stuff, huh?
That's right. Washes off with caustic soda. Plain water won't touch it, only caustic soda. We spray a coat of this stuff on the car.
And then what? What about the license plates?
You kidding? Look here. Over 500 license plates from different states. With a new paint job, different plates, even different tires, you wouldn't be able to recognize your own car if you sat in it.
I see. Pretty tight organization, isn't it?
Brother, you don't know how tight. Make a bad move and you're material for a hearse. Well, you're to work on the manufacturer's numbers.
Serial numbers of the motors, huh?
Manufacturer's numbers. Never in the same place twice. Sometimes it's in the carburetor, sometimes in the block. Any one of a dozen different places.
I see. When you tear down the engine, get rid of the number, and there's no chance left for positive identification of the car.
Right. Okay, start tearing this baby down. It's got to roll out on the street by midnight. Let's go to work.
And I worked. And all the while I did, I knew I was being watched. And I think I was even followed when I went home. For 3 nights we kept at it. There wasn't a chance to break loose. Then on the 4th night, Tom Peters came over to me.
Shake loose from that job, Dan. We got a special to do.
Special? Okay, what is it?
Look here.
Are you kidding? This gotta be a hot car.
No, it's not. What's it look like?
Like a broken down model of 10 years ago. Who wants a crate like this?
Wait a minute. Now, take a look under that hood.
Look at that power plant.
The engine's from a British tank. There's enough power under that hood to make this baby climb right up the side of a building.
I don't get it. Why put that motor in this old job?
Look underneath. At the springs.
Springs are upside down.
Sure, for a low center of gravity. And the body of the crate's lined with armor plate. And it's got bulletproof glass throughout.
What are these things inside? Oh, extra gas tanks.
This is a getaway car, special built. We parked this in front of a bank and no cop would take a second look at it. But no other car made can get near it for speed or power.
Now that's real neat. Well, looks like the boys think of everything, don't they?
They don't miss.
You know, I'll bet anyone could take a 1938 car and hop it up with one of these motors.
Sure, why not? Year don't make no difference.
Even a girl could drive one.
Sure, why?
One her brother put together for her before he got into this racket.
Girl? 1938? What'd you say that for?
Take it easy, Tom.
What are you driving at?
Nancy, your sister?
What about her?
She got me in here to get you out.
Oh, look, she's crazy. You're crazy. This is a tight box.
You want to get out?
Cut it out, Dan. You're asking for trouble.
Look, together we can break this racket.
Look, there's not a chance.
Hold it. Here comes Mike.
Hey, what are you guys gabbing for?
Just looking over this job, Mike. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Well, get it in shape. Some of the boys want it for a heist job tonight. You got an hour to work it over.
Heist job?
Yeah, they're knocking over a bank.
Okay, help me, Tom, and I'll help you when we get out of this.
Listen, don't you think I'd have made a break before now? They got me going and coming.
Then I'll do it.
They're watching you every minute.
That's the chance I have to take. Where's your lunch pail?
Lunch pail? Have you gone nuts?
Just give it to me. You drink coffee, don't you?
Sure. With cream and sugar. You happy now?
Tom, that makes me very happy. Later that night, when I was through working, I left the garage. I tried to phone Nancy Peters 3 times, but she was out.
June 26, 1948, Box 13 on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Thanks for making us a part of your day here. Following these important words from your favorite station, we will have the conclusion of Box 13 and an episode of the soap opera Rosemary. That's all straight ahead. Mike Lindell and MyPillow offering the BOGO extravaganza right now on a whole slew of MyPillow products. Now you can find all sorts of great deals on MyPillow bed sheets, Giza Elegance MyPillow, 6-piece towel sets, Roll and Go Anywhere pillows, much more, all priced buy one, get one free. Go to mypillow.com/USA, use promo code USA, or call 1-800-951-8175 and find you some great MyPillow products. They're all available. Oh, by the way, you can also get Mike's book absolutely free with any purchase, but you have to go to mypillow.com/USA or call 1-800-951-8175 and make sure you use the promo code, the buy one, get one extravaganza, going on right now at mypillow.com.
America's founders knew power corrupts, and ultimate power corrupts ultimately, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. That's why they built in checks and balances to prevent any one group from seizing all power.
And that's why our president is elected by a college of electors to protect the rights of little states like Delaware and Wyoming against giants like New York and California. After all, our country is a republic, the United States of America, not the United State. Our states are independent sovereign powers who created the federal government, not the other way around.
And that's why all power ultimately lies in we the people and the states, not a central dictatorship of cronies. Did you know that? Thank God for the U.S. Constitution.
Find out more how our amazing Constitution and Bill of Rights protect us, the citizens, against power-crazed politicians in Washington. Help us take back America. Go to ouramericanrights.com. Brought to you by the American Media Council.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of Box 13, starring Alan Ladd, June 26, 1948.
The last time, I left a message for her to meet me in the lobby of a movie. I went there hoping I'd shaken my shadow off my trail. Fortunately, she got my message, and I told her to call the FBI, to give them the address of the garage, 714 South Elm, and to make it fast because there was no time to lose. Then I walked out of the lobby and into the street. I looked back. Nancy Peters was going toward a phone booth in the theater lobby. I was about to walk to my room when...
Enjoy the picture, Holiday?
Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Funny about you. You bought a ticket, walked in, talked with that dame, came right out again.
I remembered I'd seen the movie before.
Sure. Who was the dame?
What are you talking about?
The dame. Who was she? What did you say to her?
Look, Mike, that's my personal business.
Then it's mine, too. She went to a phone booth inside.
Can I help it if some girl wants to use a phone?
Yeah, I figure you can. Now, come on. We're going to Swanson.
All right, Dan, who was the girl? What'd you say?
I never saw her before in my life.
Just a chance acquaintance, huh?
You could call it that.
You're lying.
All right, you know everything.
Not quite, but I... Wait a minute. Suppose your name is Dan Holliday.
Suppose it is.
I got an idea. Sit still while I look through the phone book. Funny, I never thought of this before. Let's see. Holliday Dan. Well, you're in the phone book. There's only one Dan Holliday.
That makes me unique among the Holidays. What does it make you?
Not a sucker, Holliday. Sit still, make a move, and I'll make a nice round hole in your head with this. Now we'll see.
Kenworth Apartments?
Mr. Dan Holliday, please.
Mr. Holliday isn't in.
Oh? Is he out of town, do you know?
Who's calling, please?
An old friend, Mr. Swanson.
Oh, well, Mr. Swanson, Mr. Holliday's been gone for almost 2 weeks.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Thank you very much. You've been gone 2 weeks, Holliday. It just about ties in with the time you've been here.
Okay, Swanson, so I'm in the phone book, and you found out I'm not at my apartment. What does that prove?
That's what I'm going to find out. And if I...
Boss, there's a raid coming our way. The tip-off boys just flashed the red.
All right, move the hot cars out back. Get all you can. Notify all branches we're shipping a load tonight. Tell the drivers to take the ones that aren't ready and run them in the river. Right. Holliday, you're going with me. Get going.
That dirty thing do the job?
Yeah, come on. Getaway car in shape?
Yeah, it's all set.
Now, Holliday, you're going to see why we're never caught.
What's wrong, Mr. Swanson?
We have a stoolie with us, Peters.
Stoolie? But...
That's right, Peters. A stoolie.
Clear out. There's a raid coming. Mike, warm up the car.
Sure. Yeah, she's okay. Nothing to worry about.
In, Holliday. Get in.
Okay, you're the boss.
Let's go, Mike. Up the ramp.
Right. There they are.
Play with them, Mike. Let Holliday see how good we really are.
But, boss!
You heard me. And I'm almost catch up to us. And Holliday, don't duck when you hear shooting. They can't touch us in this. Besides, I want to save you for myself.
They're right on our taillight, boss.
They might as well be using pea shooters.
Never get out of the city, Swanson.
Now, show them what we can do, Mike. Get away.
Yeah.
See, Holliday, they're almost standing still. Okay, Mike, head for the state line.
Hey, something's gone haywire.
What's the matter? You said this car was in shape.
Yeah, it was.
Get going, you idiot.
Can't get me out of the engine's going dead.
Run on the curb. We'll make a run for it. Pull in, Mike. Pull in.
Oh, no, you don't.
Hey, Mike, help me.
You dirty rat, you.
Gee, you're all right, aren't you, Mr. Holliday?
Oh, sure, Susie. Just some minor cuts and bruises.
What happened?
Well, Mr. Swanson took his eyes off me for a second. That was enough. I grabbed his gun.
Jeepers. But what happened to the car?
Susie, put enough sugar in the gas tank of any car and it'll give up and die real soon. You see, it clogs the feed line.
Oh.
I took the sugar from Tom's lunch pail.
Now, that was real smart. But how did you know you were going to be in the car?
Well, I didn't. I planned to wreck the bank job. But as they say in books, sometimes things work out differently. And for the best.
What about Tom Peters?
He's all right. He was roped in. Fear made him stay. Hey, Susie, how about some coffee?
Oh, sure. Right here. Cream?
Thanks.
Sugar?
Lots of it, Susie. Lots of it. I just love sugar.
Listen in again next week when, through the courtesy of Paramount Pictures, Alan Ladd stars as Dan Holliday in Box 13. Box 13 is directed by Richard Sandville, with this week's story written by Albert Wagner from an original story by Bernard Fines. Original music is composed and conducted by Rudy Schrager, and the part of Susie is played by Sylvia Picker. Vern Karstensen is in charge of production. This is a Mayfair production from Hollywood. Watch for Alan Ladd in his latest Paramount picture.
June 26, 1948, Box 13 on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
It's a big, bold story set in the heartland of America, along the edge of Lonely Mountain. I am open for business. And so Big William Gorgon, played by handsome Michael James, fiercely set down his Midwest roots.
Oh, darling, we're going to sell bathrobes and raise chickens.
Set his adoring wife, Wilhelmina, portrayed by beautiful Glenda Olsen.
Oh, I love our store, Will.
But they hadn't counted on Big Ralph's bathrobes and cattle store coming to town.
Oh, Will, what will we do, Will?
Will had a plan, a way of facing off against tough Big Ralph. We're going to change the face of America. We're going to advertise.
For what?
With print, broadcasting, and bus benches, we're going to tell people who we are and where we are.
What's a bus?
And so the story of how one man brought advertising to the heartland.
Oh, will it work?
It will. Well, my name ain't Will, Wilhelmina. We got to advertise or we'll die. And so the greatest marketing story of all time is here. Advertise or die, dopey.
Put your message on this national advertising platform. Email classicradiotheater@gmail.com. classicradiotheater@gmail.com. All right, now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We air a lot of the soap opera Claudia because we have a lot of that. But here's another soap opera that's more of a traditional soap opera. Lots of drama in it, don't you know? The program called Rosemary, going back to June 26th, 1946. It has amnesia and everything.
Wonderful ivory snow. Yes, wonderful ivory snow.
Ivory Snow, for speedier dishwashing, for snow white hands, presents Rosemary, written by Elaine Carrington. Friends, every day from now on, Monday through Friday, at the same time and over the same station, Ivory Snow brings you one of radio's best-loved new stories, Rosemary, written by Elaine Carrington, author of Pepper Young's Family and When a Girl Marries. This is the story of Rosemary Roberts and her struggle to find happiness as the wife of a returned veteran. Oh, but wait, here's Rosemary herself to tell you about our story.
Friends, it gives me great pleasure to talk to you and to greet you at this new time. You know, it's seldom we have the privilege of saying hello to old friends and at the same time extending a greeting to the new. As our old friends know, I live in a little white Cape Cod cottage outside of Springdale with my husband Bill and my sister Patty and our mother. And I want you to meet her. Friends, this is my mother, the grandest mother in the whole world.
Oh, bless you, darling. And friends, I know I'm talking to a lot of mothers, so you know exactly how I feel about my girls. Patty is at that wonderful age of 15, you understand, when every new boy in the neighborhood is a prospective beau. But like all mothers, I can't help worrying about Rosemary and her husband, Bill. Bill's one of the finest men in the world, but the war left the memory of his past a blank.
Oh, please, Mother. Our love is great enough to carry us through whatever could possibly happen to us. And besides, well, all our friends are waiting to hear today's story.
And now, Ivory Snow brings you Rosemary. The quiet peace of the night, the starlit sky, the shadowy pines, are a strange contrast to the speeding car, the car in which Brad Boyden is driving Rosemary and Bill to Springdale as it rides along the road, with Bill sleeping soundly, and if Rosemary's arm is tired or cramped, she shows no sign of it. And then the car slows to a stop as they pass through a small town, and Boyden says,
"Here's a drugstore, Mrs. Roberts."
All right. If I can just get my arm from under his head without waking him. There.
Look, I'll wait out here in the car with him in case he should wake up. Here. Maybe when you get through telephoning, you could get a cup of coffee at the counter. I don't see how you've managed to keep up with all this. Here, let me help you out, Mrs. Roberts.
Thank you. Don't worry about me. There isn't time to think about me. All that matters is Bill. Where's the telephone, please?
In the corner, lady, end of the counter.
Thank you. You, Tom, 371. Please.
I bet it's for me.
I bet so, too.
That's probably that devastating young man who's moved down the street and has a mistaken idea that he's moved into this
Oh,
house.
do you think it can possibly be him? Then I'll get it. Don't worry, I'll get there. Oh, be still, my heart. Hello.
Oh, Patty, this is Rosemary.
Oh, it's only Rosemary.
What did you want, dear?
I thought you were the cute boy next door. Are you having a swell time?
Patty, is Dr. Jim there?
Sure, Dr. Jim's here. Rosemary, what's the matter? You sound so funny. She sounds awfully funny. As if something happened.
Well, what is it? Let me speak to her, dear. What is it?
Steady now, Susie. I believe she said you wanted to speak to me, didn't she? You better let me take the call.
No, Jim, I'm going to speak to her.
Rosemary, what's the matter? You sound so funny.
Patty, let me talk to Dr. Jim.
Something is the matter.
Oh, Rosemary, dear. What is it, my dear?
Here,
What's
Mother,
the
here's
matter?
the phone.
I don't know how to tell you.
Well, what is it, darling? Something happened. Is Bill hurt?
Bill?
Susie, will you let me get to that phone?
Oh, Jim, she can't seem to get the words out. Darling, what is it?
Bill's memory has come back.
His memory's come back. Oh, Rosemary.
You better let me talk to her, Susie.
No, wait.
I can't talk about it, Mother. I just can't, that's all. Is Dr. Jim there? Please give me Dr. Jim.
She can't talk about it, Jim. She says she wants to speak to you. Only you.
Yeah. Hello, Rosemary.
Dr. Jim.
What is it?
Oh, Dr. Jim. What am I going to do, Dr. Jim? What am I going to do?
There, my dear, where are you? What's happened? Try to tell me as much as you can. That's how I can help you best.
We were so happy.
Of course you were happy. I know that. And I was afraid this was going to happen. When did it happen, Rosemary?
Just now. Just a little while ago. We'd gone down to the dock to see the sunset. And Bill asked me to sing something. He said, "You know how I love the way you sing."
We need music here. I wish you'd sing something.
Oh, darling, I can't really sing well enough to qualify as a songbird.
Oh, I just want the moon coming up on the water and you here with my arm around you and your voice as you sing.
All right, I'll sing. What'll I sing?
Anything, darling. It doesn't matter. Anything you feel like singing.
Trouble is, I don't know the words to anything.
Well, try something.
Let me see now. Oh, I know. Night and day, you are the one. Only you beneath the moon and under the sun. In the roaring traffic boom, in the silence of my lonely room.
Rosemary. Oh, what's that you're singing? What's the name of that song? What is it?
That? What? It's called Night and Day. Do you like it?
Sing it again. Sing it again, will you, Rosemary? Sing it again.
Why, yes. What's the matter, Bill?
Sing it again. Well, go on, sing it again.
Darling, I don't understand. What's the matter?
Sing it, please, sing it.
Night and day, you are the one. Only you beneath the moon and under the sun. In the roaring traffic boom. In the silence of my lonely room.
Audrey! She sang it. She sang it that day.
Audrey? Who's Audrey? Bill, who's Audrey?
Sing it again. Sing it. Go on, sing it again.
I can't sing it anymore, Bill. I can't possibly
sing it. Do you hear me?
Bill, you're hurting me. Night and day, you are the one. Only you beneath the moon and under the sun.
Audrey.
Bill, I can see by your face that it's come back to you. Who's Audrey? Bill, who's Audrey?
That's it. That's what you sang that day. That's the song. Night and day, you are the one. Only you, beneath the moon and under the sun.
Yes, but Bill, who is she? Who is Audrey?
Audrey? Why, she's my wife.
Your wife? Your wife? Oh, no. No. No, Bill, she can't be your wife. You haven't got any wife but me. I'm your wife. Bill, you haven't got any other wife. Bill, do you hear me?
Audrey. Now I remember everything. Now it's all coming clear. A baby. The baby's name is Jessica.
Baby?
Yes, my baby. We named her Jessica after my mother.
Bill, are you sure? Do you remember?
Audrey, the baby. But what am I doing here?
What are you doing? Bill, don't you know me?
You?
Bill.
Who are you?
Oh, Bill, I can't believe it. It isn't possible.
Are you someone I should know?
I'm you. No. No, Bill. I'm not anyone you should know. I'm just somebody who wants to help you, darling. Oh, Bill, I never thought it would happen this way.
Oh, you're crying. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know quite what to do or where I am. I wonder if you could help me.
Yes, I can help you. I'll tell you the best way I know how.
I ought to be getting home, you know. It's late. I'll be late for supper. Audrey's always angry when I'm late for supper.
Don't worry, Bill. I'll help you get home.
But I don't understand. Where am I? This doesn't look like any place I've ever seen before. Miss, do you know where I am? And how I got here? And who are you?
And he doesn't know me, Dr. Jim. He doesn't remember me. I'm a stranger to him. I'm somebody he's never seen before. Oh, what'll I do, Dr. Jim? What'll I
The grim story which Rosemary has to tell comes to Dr. Jim's ears over the telephone, and he stands there stunned at the enormity of what has befallen Rosemary, at the tragedy which has shattered her life into 1,000 pieces. Ivory Snow invites you to listen tomorrow to Rosemary, written by Elaine Carrington. This is Eddie Dunn asking you to remember, for speedier dishwashing, for snow white hands, it's wonderful Ivory Snow. Don't relax on saving used fat. It's urgently needed to prevent soap shortages. You help yourself when you save used fat.
I mentioned this was a traditional soap opera, and boy, is it. The show ran on NBC from 1944 to 1945, then moved to CBS where it stayed until 1955. The show you're listening to today had moved from an afternoon 2:30 show to an 11:45 show, so earlier in the day, thus the mentions up front of our new listeners. June 26, 1946, Rosemary on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Thank you for listening. Please thank this station, support their advertisers, and if you like our shows, you don't have to miss a single show. You can find them all through my webpage, classicradio.stream, where you can stream our shows, learn more about classic radio collecting. You can contact me, find all of our social media links there. You can even buy me a coffee, although it won't go toward coffee. At worst, it'll go to a Dr. Pepper. Or, most likely, to finding us brand new shows to bring you here on Classic Radio Theater. Tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.